Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our WWE 2009 TEW, 2010 TEW stream, sorry. I probably wish it was 2009 because our last episode of TEW wasn't so good. I wish we could have replayed what we did last episode, but we can't. It was WrestleMania. We'll get into that in a minute's time. Today is draft night. We are doing the draft. We are having 7 picks for each brand. We could change that, but that's my picks at the moment. We will be debuting new superstars, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So this should be one of the more interesting episodes we've had, so I hope you enjoy it. Welcome to everybody who's just come along to the stream. I hope you all have been enjoying the series so far. If you can, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on the episodes. And, of course, hit the notification bell so you stay up to date whenever I'm going to be streaming. And follow me on Twitter as well. That's the best place to know what times I will be streaming. I normally will post about it on my Twitter. Alright, so, let's do it. Okay, so, WrestleMania. Look, 91 is a good show. It is, but considering when it's the biggest show of the year, it's your top show, it's the show you put everything into, it's the show that you want to be the absolute pinnacle, it's not that great. It's not that great. It was ruined by our main event. CM Punk, John Cena for the WWE Championship, 88 rated. Now look, both guys had 100 rated performances, which realistically should have at least been minimum 99. 99, maybe 100. But we ticked a box that we shouldn't have. We made it a spectacle-style match. The crowd wasn't cooled down enough. And it cost us. It cost us. We blew it. We blew it. So, yeah. We probably should have had Randy and Undertaker main event. But I think Cena and Punk would have had a better match if we didn't put the spectacle on. So, it is what it is. So Undertaker defended his championship. So, oh yeah, by the way, CM Punk won the WWE Championship. He beat Cena for it, so he's the new champion. The Undertaker retained the title, so the streak is still alive. He beat Randy Orton. Rey Mysterio beat Batista. Morrison beat Edge to keep his IC title in a great match. 96 rated. Really good match between those two. Fantastic. Mark Henry won the ECW title against Christian. Beth Phoenix was a surprise return. She won the Divas title. The Miz defended the US title in a 6-man ladder match. Kofi Kingston beat Kane. Katie Lee won the Women's Championship, beating Mickie James. DX won the tag titles, beating Jericho, which I thought that match should have been better. 93, I thought that should have been 96, 97 plus. So, disappointing there. Then we had Hulk Hogan. He started off the show. He introduced WrestleMania with The Rock and Austin. Paul Burchill came out and got a hiding as well. He got his ass whooped. Took a few finishes from everybody. So there you go. The pre-show we had Cody Rhodes, who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I forgot to make a title, like a title, but I don't think we really need to. I don't know, for the Battle Royal. I don't think it's necessary. It's not that big of a deal. But he won the number 1 contenders title, so he will be, I guess, the next contender for the IC Championship. So Cody Rhodes versus John Morrison probably coming up next. London and Kendrick beat the Kings of Wrestling, and Tommy Dreamer defended the Hardcore title against Homicide. So that's WrestleMania. Look, not a bad show. Not a bad show. Could have been a lot better. Should have been a lot better. Disappointed that it wasn't better, but it is what it is. Can you make Hawkins' Advanced Archery Team? Hawkins is with Zack Ryder. Okay, so here's what we got going on here today. So we'll just quickly switch this over. So we've got 7 picks here today. Raw, Smackdown, ECW will all have a pick. I'll record it quickly on this so we have an up-to-date of what's going on. But yeah, I mean, where everyone is going to go, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I was meant to, I was going to, but I kind of just forgot about it. But yeah, so I kind of was going to plan it all out, but I just didn't find the time to do it all. So I guess we'll just do it all on the stream. I guess you guys will just help me out. So let's do it. Can we fix ECW TV deals? Way ahead of you. So ECW is now officially an A show. They have changed. They have now got new TV deals with multiple different areas. Every broadcaster that would offer a high risk or more, we got to deal with. I think Canada is the only region that did not allow us to do that. I could be wrong, but one region didn't allow us. Might have been Mexico. Yeah, I think it was Mexico actually. Didn't allow us to have a high risk content on their show. So we can't do that, but everything else is sorted. So ECW is now, let's have a look. ECW is now an A show. A show on Tuesday. So it will be rated highly. I mean, if we have bad shows, it's going to affect our popularity. If we have good shows, it will help the popularity. And now it means that everybody is available to compete on ECW. It's an hour and a half, the same amount of length as Raw and Smackdown. So officially, it will be competing. It's on the same level as Raw and Smackdown now. So it's time to make the shows good. We've got to step it up. We've got to go for it. Okay. So, looking at the rosters here today, we've signed a few new people. Obviously, we've got the Dudley Boys. There's a couple of new people we need to still debut and return. So that's exciting. But for the most part, nearly everybody is available to draft. Now, that being said, I don't want to go drastic. I don't want to, send Cena and Triple H, Shawn Michaels to SmackDown, things like that. I don't want to go drastic. I still want to have a core sector of the roster that we have now staying there, but we will obviously have a couple of big names, change brands, and so forth. So, in terms of developmental, I am keen on bringing up maybe 3 people from developmental. 1 female and probably 2 male stars. So we'll take a look at who potentially could be a candidate there. Probably got to look at who's the more popular right now, and who would be the easiest to kind of slot in there and start working right now. Del Rio's still good. Del Rio is one of our better workers right now. He would probably be a strong candidate. The Usos wouldn't be a bad idea, perhaps not yet. Muhammad Hassan has the popularity, but doesn't quite have the in-ring work yet. He's still developing. Let's take a quick look at his development. You can see chain wrestling, mat wrestling, probably the major improvement, hardcore, submissions, area. He's kind of improving in most areas that were really low. Basics going up, safety. Yeah, so everything's kind of on the rise a little bit there. His star quality, though, has gone down. I don't think I've seen it go down that much from a young guy, 71 to 59. Sex appeal's going down. I guess because... Is that because he's out of shape? He's a flabby heavyweight? Is he out of shape so he doesn't look the part anymore? I don't know. So, yeah. Ryback, probably not ready yet. Taryn Terrell, not ready yet, but does have the popularity. Wade Barrett, he's very close to peaking in his skills. Has the popularity, so he could be a candidate. So I think probably Del Rio is the closest we have on our roster right now. If we look in terms of just ring work, these are our great in-ring workers. So we have 5 great workers at the moment. Del Rio's 1. Asuka is 1. But I wouldn't mind Asuka staying in FCW just to have some matches and improve her popularity a little bit. She's had quite a lot of matches, though. She is the champion right now. But yet her popularity still is poor. Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is probably the woman that I'm looking at bringing to the main roster. I think she's the closest we have who's got the all-round ability. She's got the skills. She's got a little bit of popularity. And we know how hard it is for the women to get popularity, so that's important. So she's probably the prime candidate right now. Colt, he's just joined, so we've got some time there with him. We'll keep him down there. Justin Gabriel has had a great run in FCW. He has some popularity. I think he's probably the second candidate right now. I think Del Rio is a definite. Probably Becky Lynch. Gabriel might be the next one, unless I can convince myself to go elsewhere. In terms of women, AJ Lee is also getting close to moving up. She's got a bit more improving to do, but she's getting closer. I wouldn't mind bringing in Alex Riley and forming him with The Miz sometime down the line. I don't think his skills are quite there yet, but perhaps around SummerSlam time he might be ready. But he's certainly someone I'm keen on bringing up. Anyone else, really? I mean, like we said, the Usos, but I would like to get the Usos at their peak. Mason Ryan, not ready yet. Paige, still very young, still got a lot of improving to do. Serena's probably our other woman we could look at, but she's still got a lot more improving to do, I suppose. And we've had her have some matches, and she wasn't that great. So we might hold off on her just for a little bit. And obviously, when we bring her up, we can put her in the straight of society if you want to, from the get-go. Call up Sweet Puppy Sanchez. He's lucky to even have a job. Actually, he's considered to be a good worker. Is that true? God help us. All right. Tomko. Well, Tomko believes he's ready. He doesn't feel as though he needs to develop any more, which is probably true. He's 34. It's almost at the point where if you're going to do something with him, you might want to go for it now. So Tomko has the popularity, but his skills are certainly lacking. Trent Beretta, who just sent him down, he needs more development. Ty Dillinger believes he's ready. I don't know about that. Tyler Breeze thinks he's ready. And Tyler Breeze, looking at his stats, it's not too bad. Actually, not too bad at all. So, hasn't got any popularity though, but he's not too bad. And yeah, so I guess Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, and Del Rio are our three candidates. So let me know in the chat. Del Rio, I think, will be a definite. So Gabriel or Wade Barrett. In the chat, let me know who you think should go in. Gabriel or Barrett. You can put Tomko with Christian. Yes, I think that's probably what I want to do, but I'm thinking about bringing Christian and Edge back together, so I don't know if I will. We need Nexus. Oh, man, Nexus would be very tough to do. Very tough to do and be very unsuccessful for a long time. So let's have a look. Lots of Gabriels. I think more Gabriels than Barretts. Yeah, Gabriel it is. So Justin Gabriel will get the call up with Del Rio. Becky Lynch will get the call up. And yeah, so Gabriel's up. So we've got those three. So Gabriel has a very good gimmick. That's a good start. So we'll have them be low mid-carders for now. They're very low on the card. We won't assign them a brand just yet. I guess each brand can get a debutante. Maybe Gabriel goes to ECW. Lynch goes to, I think SmackDown needs a babyface. Maybe Raw actually needs one now. No, I think SmackDown needs one. So she might go to SmackDown and Del Rio might go to Raw. We'll see. See how that works. But a very heel heavy with Del Rio. I don't know. So Becky Lynch has got a fan favorite gimmick. That's probably about right. Plays a good heel or babyface apparently, so that's good. And Del Rio, franchise player rated below average. So we could probably change that. I guess he came in as maybe like a rich snob or whatever. So let's take a look. His best is cockiness. Yes, so a cocky heel. Fabulous heel could be an option. High society. That's probably him right there. High society, yeah. Aristocrat. Well, I think the high society said aristocratic rich snob. So yeah, so that would suit. All right. And Del Rio's a heel, obviously. Does not play babyface well by the looks of it, so there you go. We might make Del Rio a lower mid-carder as well. I think I'll probably push Del Rio. I mean, why not? He's 32. If you're going to push him, you got to go for it now. So I think we will push him. Obviously, he's a future world champion, but will I get him there? Probably. He's got the mic skills, the charisma to do it. He's got the star quality to do it. His ring work is pretty good as well. So he's probably the closest we have right now in FCW to being a potential world champ, a potential star. We need new developmental wrestlers. We have a lot. Look at this. We've got plenty. But if you think I need new ones, we can take a look. I don't think we really need more. We just got a couple more in. But we'll take a look just real quick. So some good ring-in workers. There's actually quite a lot, isn't there? Let's have a look. Under the age of 30. That cuts a fair few out. So probably right off the bat, Neville would be a good shout. Good aerial skills, definitely, and pretty poor mic skills. But I think he might be the closest that I'm thinking about bringing in. Will he work a developmental deal? Surely. I think he will. But the thing about Neville is he's working 5 different promotions, I think. Maybe 4 different promotions. So he's having a lot of matches. More matches than what he would have in FCW. So his development is going quite well already without us needing to pay him. It could be fast-tracked with us, yes. But it's going quite nicely. So he's the type of guy that he's having enough matches, he's doing well enough on his own, that he doesn't need us just yet. And you can pick him up down the line and he's a little bit more seasoned and more ready to go. We don't have to invest as much time in him. So, well, maybe we'll leave him alone for now. Roderick Strong, wow, has very good popularity for an indie guy. He's working the main event of Ring of Honor. Good stats, definitely. He's one of the better workers going around by the looks of it. Very, very good. So, he's on the short list already. Do you want to poach him from Ring of Honor, though? Again, working the main events of Ring of Honor, having good, high-quality matches. Would have a lot better matches in Ring of Honor than he would in FCW. So, his performances would probably be a lot better, and maybe his skills would increase better. But he hasn't... Well, I mean, I don't think... The thing about Roderick Strong is that he definitely wouldn't want to work a developmental deal. So, you got to factor that in as well. You would capture Park before he becomes popular and TNA gets him. Well, that would be the problem with Roderick Strong. I think TNA would throw an offer at him if I do wanted him. Kevin Steen. And now I know a lot of you guys want to bring him in. And his stats are going well. He definitely is getting better. But as you can see, not having enough matches, I think. Not competing enough. So it might not be the worst idea to bring him in. His skills are not really increasing, so it's not really beneficial for us if he's not getting any better on the indies. So, do you guys think we should get Kevin Steen? I don't even know why I'm asking the question. Obviously, you guys are going to want me to bring him in, but very poor star quality, which is not a surprise at all. Good mic skills, probably should be better realistically. But maybe down the line that will improve. His in-ring work is solid without being excellent. So, Steen will improve in developmental. Alright. I don't think he'll accept a developmental deal, but we'll try. No. Alright, so I'll give him a 3-year deal. Wants a bit more money, okay. 3-year deal. So Kevin Steen is coming. Yeah, 3 sex appeal, yeah. Poor Kevin. That's not that flattering. Kenny Omega, good worker without being excellent again. He's probably having more matches anyways. I'm not a huge fan of Kenny Omega, but yeah, so he's kind of working a bit without really improving as well. Could mean that he's probably peaked as well. Carl Anderson. Wouldn't mind doing Gallows and Anderson. That would be cool. Probably not ready yet. And anyone else? El Generico, Sami Zayn. Not as good, I don't think, as Kevin Steen. In terms of in-ring. Oh, he might be close. Has more popularity, though. So, let's have a look at his popularity. It started at 32. He's got it to 40. And that was just in the last couple of months. So, it's quite possible that his popularity will just keep getting better. So, it might be beneficial for us to let him stay there for another few more months. And hopefully let his popularity increase more. And then we can get him whilst he's even better. Because if we can get him at 45, 50 popularity, that will save a lot of time for us down the line. Cheerleader Melissa, she's working TNA. I wouldn't mind bringing her in. She's one of the better female workers. Definitely. So we'd have to fight TNA for her, and that's going to be a struggle. Ashley Lane, Madison Rain. She's not too bad, not too bad. Again, have to fight TNA for her. I like Cheerleader Melissa though, so I think we need another good female worker coming through. I don't think she'll go to developmental, we'll see though. Give it a try. Vince being annoying. Alright, so we're off of that. So we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there and we'll come back to that later. But for now, we need to do a draft. So let's sort it out. So let's figure out who is going to leave from Raw. So let's pick a main eventer. Apparently Booker T's a main eventer. No, he's not a main eventer. What's he doing? Upper mid. Sorry, Booker, you wish. So, you've got CM Punk, John Cena, and DX and The Miz as your top guys there. Realistically, the only guys that are available to leave, the only one available to leave is John Cena. I think Cena's the only one, but you'd obviously want to keep doing Cena and Punk. So, I don't think there's anyone from the main event of Raw that would be quite there to leave. But if you take a look at the next tier, you've got a lot of guys who are very close to being main eventers, aka Sheamus. So I think Sheamus could be the one that might leave as Raw's top name to move. Switch Miz and Morrison. I like the US on Raw and the IC on SmackDown. I prefer that. But it is, you could do it though, you could. I guess because Morrison's not doing anything. The only guy he'd be facing, obviously the next feud we had planned for him was Cody Rhodes. So you could move, forget about that. So Sheamus could switch over. So what I might do is I might put this over here and I'll write down a few names that could leave. So Sheamus. You think R-Truth could go? A change of brand might help R-Truth. He's just a little bit behind other guys on Raw. So R-Truth. Sheamus and R-Truth are the top names. I might put down Crime Time as well. Maybe. I'm just thinking Crime Time because they've kind of faced a lot of the heel teams here just to spice up the tag division. So Crime, JTG and Shad. So that's 4 names from Raw that's got to go. That could go, I should say. We're thinking about splitting up Jericho. Yes, just not yet, because we still can get a lot more out of that DX and Jericho feud. We could get 3 pay-per-views out of that easy, so we might also stick with that one. Rollins to SmackDown. I think Rollins is doing well on Raw. I don't think he needs to move. Chris Masters. Is Chris Masters... Would it be better off for Masters to leave or to stay? That's my question. Masters is doing quite well on Raw, but not getting anywhere, really. SmackDown has Legacy, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, so 4 major heels going through. So I think Chris Masters might have a better chance here on Raw. Santino, yeah, he could probably go, I guess. He could get fired, that'd be better, but... Mike Knox is kind of lost in the shuffle a bit, isn't he? He's kind of dipped down a bit. Excuse me. So, we might go Mike Knox. We'll put him down. And lower mid-carders, Tatsu, Noble. Nobody really is there. I guess a woman. That would be a good idea. A couple of women. So, for our women, well, I guess Maurice would be a good idea. But then you take away Maurice and The Miz. Unless, of course, you sent The Miz to SmackDown. Maybe... Alicia Fox is doing nothing. Best of Champ. The Bellas are doing not a lot, but we kind of need them. I think we could either send Jillian Hall or Alicia Fox over. Actually, maybe Eve. Eve's not getting much of a chance, is she? But then again, we have Maria and Gal Kim not doing a lot there. So, I think we might send Jillian or Alicia Fox. Who do you think? Jillian or Alicia Fox? What do you think, Maurice to SmackDown? Maurice and Miz to SmackDown? Well, I guess The Miz is feuded with all the top baby faces, so... You guys think Foxy? Alright, so Alicia Fox is gone. Alright, you guys decide. Should The Miz go to SmackDown with Maurice and we trade him for John Morrison? Yes or no to trade The Miz? Let me know. It would require a change in championships. So, the US goes to SmackDown, IC goes to Raw. I'm personally not a fan of it, but it might work. It's really 50-50. I think... Oh, a lot of yeses are coming through. Yes, yes, no, 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 yes, 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 yes. I don't know, man. You guys are a bit undecided, so I might stick with my decision. It would just... The only reason why I wanted to trade Maurice is because she's kind of feuded with Melina. We kind of need to turn Natalya face. Natalya or Maurice needs to turn face if we keep them here. The only one who's really capable is neither of them. So neither of them can do it. None of these women can do it. So we almost need to switch over a top face from SmackDown here to Raw and send Maurice over. I wanted to keep Natalya here because I wanted to do the Divas of Doom tag team and have that tag team as a possibility. But if we send her over, obviously we can't. Tyson Kidd at ECW. No, we'll keep Kidd and Hart as a tag team on Raw. ECW's got a few teams. Morrison, Melina. Melina just lost the title, though. Would be fair. What about Victoria? Oh, yeah, we have her, don't we? Is that true? What's her name again? Yeah, so we do have Victoria. So we might use Victoria in that some kind of capacity. So she's got 61, so yeah, she could be the top face we're looking for. Although she's a better heel, but we could send her to Raw. So they might be able to draft her. So we might put Victoria down as an eligible candidate for Raw. Send her to Raw as the top face. And then what do we do here? Send Maurice over without the Miz. We do need a top heel. Maurice would have a better chance. So Trish to SmackDown. We do have Trish, yes, but she's like so far ahead of everyone. We might just do it. Does Maurice really need... I suppose down the line we want to have The Miz and Alex Riley, so we don't really need Maurice anyway. So we'll send Maurice to SmackDown. Alright, that'll solve it. Maurice goes to SmackDown. So that's 7 people from Raw that we've traded up. And we'll assign them to a brand. Okay. Are lovely heels? Yes, they are heels. Okay, so let's look at SmackDown now. So our women, let's sort that out first. So Kelly's actually a top face on SmackDown alongside Mickie James. We've got Michelle McCool, who's about to go on pregnancy leave, so she'll be out. We've got Layla as our... Layla is currently our top heel with Katie Lee. And Layla, you can see her popularity is not great. So adding in Maurice will sort that out, gives us another top heel. We'll have that way. We'll have two good bay faces, 2 good heels, and then the rest can kind of, you know, sort each other out. So, and that being said, SmackDown should probably trade one of their better women to Raw. So maybe Layla, who's feuded a lot with Kelly and Melina, maybe Layla gets traded. Because Michelle McCool will be out for a while, and we can always send Michelle McCool over and have her return to Raw if we want to join up with Layla. So Layla can go to Raw. And another woman. Well, SmackDown's getting Alicia Fox and Maurice, so 2 heels. So they've kind of... Do we need... So we lost a heel. Gal Kim or Maria could go over, but Raw's kind of got a few low-end baby faces already, like the Bellas. Maybe one of these 2 women could go. Maria or Gal Kim? Alright, I'll send Gal Kim. Gal Kim. Okay, so that's our women sorted. Now we've got 5 more picks for the men. And let's have a look. Okay. So, if Sheamus is going to go to another brand, SmackDown needs to lose at least 1 major star. Now, as we saw with Raw, they didn't lose a main eventer, but pretty close too. Your main eventers on SmackDown, Batista, Edge, John Morrison, Randy Orton, Ray. Rob Van Dam's not a main eventer. He's more of an upper mid-carder with his popularity. And The Undertaker. So, Why is this? Why didn't that not change? Did I change the wrong person? Oh, you can't push RVD less than a main eventer? Oh shit, okay. Fair enough, because that's in his contract. Alright, so he's a main eventer. RVD's a main eventer. So, RVD to ECW I think sounds like the reasonable thing. But he'll be out for a few more months, but that's okay. So RVD's going. Batista could go. Batista to Raw would be interesting as another top heel to challenge DX and Cena. Batista's already lost to Ray, he's lost to Taker, so I think Batista might go. So RVD, so SmackDown's losing a bit, aren't they? So they've lost so SmackDown will probably get Sheamus. They'll lose Batista, which is nearly a fair trade. They'll lose RVD. They'll probably get Christian or Kane. I don't know. We'll see. But RVD and Batista can go. Upper mid card. The only one you could probably think of is Dolph Ziggler with a fresh start. But a fresh start. On Raw, you've got Swagger to compete with. You can even do Swagger and Ziggler as a tag team. We've seen that in the future, which wouldn't be a bad idea as someone for DX to take on. That might be a good move, because you've got Cody, you've got Ted, you've got Drew already, so you've got a lot of top upper mid carders as it is. So probably not a lot of room for Ziggler unless you turn him babyface. Who, oh my god, he's 50 babyface. That's not true, but Matt to ECW. Yeah. So we send Ziggler over though. ECW better send SmackDown someone solid. So I might put Ziggler up. SmackDown's losing a lot, aren't they? I'm sure they'll get some good guys back in return. So we'll keep all those guys. The mid carders we'll keep them. You can see our mid card is very, very small. Lower mid carders. Well, who do you bring in there? No one really. Lance Cade, has he even had a match? He's had one match on SmackDown where he got beat by McIntyre. Vance Archer. Vance Archer could maybe benefit from a change. I don't know. So if SmackDown's losing some top guys, you want them to lose their real low-end guys because of it. So Jimmy Wang Yang, yeah, okay. Jimmy Wang Yang has done literally nothing, so that's no loss. Paul Burchill, yeah, he's probably lost in the shuffle a bit, isn't he? So we might send Paul Burchill. And you know what? Paul Burchill actually got a little bit of a popularity increase because he's worked with the legends. So he got to work with Hogan and whatever. So he's actually seen a small rise in popularity. So that worked out pretty well for Paul Burchill. So we actually gave him a push when realistically I wanted him to be the fall guy, a guy to get buried. But he actually got a little bit out of it. Chris Hero to go to SmackDown. He's already there. Alright, so that's our picks for SmackDown. ECW. Now, ECW doesn't have a lot of guys, so I don't think we'll send... Hang on one sec. This is what I want. So I don't think we'll send too many guys from ECW. Just maybe 3 or 4 names, considering they don't have as many. Some candidates. I mean, we've thought about Kane as their top name. Kane and Christian. Kane to SmackDown, Christian to SmackDown as well could be a shout. That gives you Edge and Christian. If you turn Kane babyface, I think he's a better babyface than that. If you turn Kane babyface, you could have the Brothers of Destruction. So it gives you another couple more top tier teams. So we might go with that. So Kane, Christian, who else? Finley. Finley, I think, could benefit from working with a couple of our lower heels on Raw. He's kind of lost a bit to our lower heels already on ECW, so might send Finley. And that's really about it. I don't think there's anyone else I kind of want to send over, because we've got everyone else in something. We've got Carlito and Primo as a team, Benjamin's with Charlie Haas, Tajiri's in the hardcore thing, Hurricane and Goldust starting a team, Kofi's going to get the top push, Henry and MVP together. So I'm pretty content. ECW needs a bigger roster, not a smaller roster. So we might go with that. What do you guys think? Anyone else? Funaki? Yeah, he could go. Funaki's done absolutely nothing. So we'll send Funaki. Absolutely nothing, Funaki. I don't even know why he has a job, why he's employed, but he is, so I guess we'll use him. Prince Devitt's not on the roster, he's on loan. So there's our candidates to leave and change brands. So now we just have to assign them to brands. Change Mark Henry's picture. Yeah, good idea. They're the two that I forgot about. I guess we'll have to go with that one. Christian. Where is he? Christian. Oh, where's... I had a photo that looked alright. Where is it? That'll do. Okay, so we've sorted that out. Oh, yes. And there's a few other guys that need to be assigned. So the Dudleys, for example, will probably go to ECW. So a few signings as well. So we've got a few different names to sort out there. But I think we're ready to... pretty much ready to switch it up and do the draft. Now, there is a way in the game where you could do just a draft yourself. And you can do this and just have them assign people for you, or you can do it yourself like I just did. So let's change to our other screen. So hang on 1 second. So this is what we've got going on now. So we've got these names here. I don't know who else is available as a free agent, for example, but we'll go with it. So, big Victoria there. So, Sheamus, R-Truth, JTG, Shad, Mike Knox, Fox, and Maurice are our Raw picks. Raw superstars will be changing brands. RVD, Batista, Ziggler, Jimmy Wang Yang, Paul Burchill, Gal, Kim, Layla will be our SmackDown people changing brands. Kane, Christian, Finley, Funaki, our ECW. So, FCW call-ups, yes, we will. Alright, so, I guess let me have a look. Pull this up for a second. Let's go, anyone who hasn't got an in-ring push yet, or anyone not assigned to a brand, no brand, there we go. Make sure they're in-ring push. So, we have Del Rio. So Del Rio, Becky Lynch. So I guess we could say free agents here. Del Rio, Lynch, brother Bubba Ray, Devon, Victoria, Trish, Raven. We're going to have probably Raven go to Raw, though. Raven. Steve Corino, he should be on ECW already. Forgot to change that. Did I put Gabriel down? No. Gabriel. Now, Nakamura, Devitt, and A-Train, they're on loan, so they're not going to be a part of our roster. We brought them in just for something a little bit different for a little while and use our Japanese connection. We might as well. Jericho and the Big Show, well, now that they're no longer tag champs, they probably should be assigned a brand. That's a good point. Whereas DX now should be able to compete on both shows. So DX, I guess, are no longer exclusive. And Jericho now need a brand. So Jericho and Big Show, that's going to be interesting. How are we going to do that? Change their picks, that's a good point. The Big Show and Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho. That'll do. Alright, so how are we going to do that? I don't know. Shit. They got to both be on the same brand, don't they? Wow. Alright. That's going to make things interesting, isn't it? This draft's going to be very interesting. Okay. DX, I don't think have a tag. DX don't have a tag title picture. Maybe swap DX for Jericho. That's probably what I'm thinking. I don't know. Break them up. I don't want to break them up. That's the thing. I want to keep them together because we want to have that team for a while. Shit. That makes things tough, doesn't it? Very tough. And we're going to have a lot more than 7 picks, aren't we? So, we don't have to draft all these people, I suppose. But they're in the draft pool, I guess you could say. So, free agents there. Alright, so... let's take a look. So, Raw's first pick, Batista. Smackdown's first pick, Christian. ECW's first pick. No, not Shane. Well, would you send Sheamus there? R-Truth? No, RVD. Yeah, that's right. RVD. RVD. Raw's second pick. So let's color everyone that's been picked. Raw's second pick. Dolph Ziggler. Yeah, Dolph Ziggler. SmackDown picks Kane. ECW. Well, where's Sheamus going to go? Because if SmackDown gets Christian, they've got a new top heel. They get Kane, they've got a new top face. Raw's got two new top heels. So Sheamus needs to go maybe to ECW. But ECW has Henry, has MVP, Shelton, Sheamus to SmackDown, you think, to replace Batista. But is SmackDown getting too much if we do that? SmackDown did lose RVD, Batista, and Ziggler though, so they are kind of just getting what they want, what they deserve back. So we'll put Sheamus in there as pick 3. So ECW gets R-Truth. Is that a fair enough thing? Let's pretend Truth's popularity didn't drop heavily. All brands are really heel heavy though. Yes, we do need... We need to turn a couple, but here's the problem. A lot of these heels don't have good babyface stats, so we need to switch that up. Ziggler's been picked. Alright, so in the next round, Raw can select Raw can select Victoria. Yeah, Victoria. That's where we wanted to put her, right? Raw? Or was it Smackdown? I think I had it under Raw, didn't I? So yeah, Raw. Smackdown gets Sheamus. ECW can pick... I think Mike Knox. Oh no, ECW can pick Bubba Ray. And then Devon. Next one. Raw can select... Do we put Raven in this draft or not? Raw can select Layla. SmackDown can select Maurice. Next round, Raw can select... Not a lot of choices now, is there? Make Raven surprise return. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Raw can select... Alberto Del Rio. So they get an FCW guy first. SmackDown can pick... Shad. And they'll get JTG as well next round. So they'll get Crime Time. ECW can select... Not a lot of people ECW really want. I guess Mike Knox for ECW could be okay. And then maybe Justin Gabriel next pick. Raven to ECW. Raven's going to go to Raw, I think, and join the Straight Edge Society. Hardy to ECW. I kind of wanted to get Matt Hardy to ECW. But, I don't know. If he goes to ECW, then... Well, ECW is kind of getting the Raw end of the deal at the moment. But that's kind of what we want from ECW. We want them to bring up the next guys coming through a little bit. We haven't put Becky Lynch on a brand, have we? Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch to SmackDown, yeah. Since every other brand's picked their FCW superstar. Raw can select Gal Kim. Might need more than 7 picks. Yeah, probably. That was just a rough number. Raw can select, I guess, Paul Burchill. Don't put Raven in Straight Edge Society, makes no sense. I don't know about that. It makes sense to me. ECW can select, I guess, Jimmy Wang Yang. Yeah, I guess it has to be. Jimmy Wang Yang. Yay. Lucky you, ECW. You got a good one there. What's up, ET? What you guys think? Don't do Raven in Australia Society or not? You guys tell me right now. Raven, yes or no? Otherwise, I'll put him on ECW right now. ECW definitely needs that pick. $50-50 on this call. It's a lot of yeses, a lot of no's. Raven must be cleaned up, yeah. Raven was only going to be the manager for Straight Edge Society. He was not going to be much of an in-ring competitor. Everybody's saying yes, keep him in Straight Edge Society, so I guess I'll go with it. You guys want it? I'll give it to you. Sheamus to ECW give SmackDown Jericho and Big Show. Well, that's the thing. We have to look at this about Jericho and Big Show. What do we do with them? DX literally now will be roaming, so they won't be stuck on a brand, which opens up a lot of new matches, doesn't it? That's good. Now, do you put Jericho on Raw to replace them? That would mean Raw becomes very heel heavy. So you got, that would give you Punk, Miz, and Jericho. Or do you put them on SmackDown? And Batista will be there as well, won't he? And others. I don't know. I kind of want them just to roam around a little bit till I figure it out. Until we figure out their spot, their place. So you might have them roam for a bit. When Jericho Big Show turn, it could create a new face main eventer. Yes, they will turn, but not yet. I think for now, we'll keep them what they're at. Do the DX feud, then maybe to have them feud against each other. Who will turn? Well, apparently... Okay, I think I might have fixed that. Jericho can go. Do you guys all want Matt Hardy to go to ECW? Is that true? You guys want him to go and finally become Show can do either. So it's really a matter of who do we want as our next top face. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe Jericho on ECW. Alright, we could do that. So we do that. I guess. So we can take. I don't know. Matt Hardy, put him in there. Jimmy Wang Yang can survive, I guess. I don't know. ECW needs him. Yeah, they do. But ECW is getting RVD, the Dudleys, as faces. I think I'll turn R-Truth heel. You've got Kofi there still. So ECW will be strong with Matt Hardy there as well. The brand will be strong. Matt Hardy will have his best chance to get over, though, in ECW. It'll just mean the upper mid-card of SmackDown and Raw. Either Raw is quite weak. But that's the brand split. You know, got to go with it. Put Ray on Raw. Ray on SmackDown is fine. Especially with Christian, Edge, Sheamus, Kane. Lots of heels to verse. He'll be okay. I just kind of think... I don't know. I'll have to take a look. I'll do all the changes, then we'll take a look and we'll see. But for now, it's hard to kind of say. So let me just switch back to my other screen. 1 second. Switch that back over. Alright, so we'll have to make the changes and then we'll kind of decide on what we want to do and if we need to make any adjustments. So I'll pull up this screen on my other screen and I'll just kind of go with it now. So Batista to Raw, Dolph Ziggler to Raw, Victoria hang on, where is it? Victoria to Raw, Layla to Raw. And like I said, we could always bring Michelle McCool over at another time when she comes back to do Lay Cool again. Del Rio is heading to Raw as well. Gail, Kim, and Paul Burchill. That's a good get. Paul Burchill, he's been on fire. He's getting that push. Hulk Hogan, The Rock, and Austin put him over by hitting their finishes on him. Christian, Smackdown. But what I might do is have Christian compete in one more match. Yes, pun intended. One more match against Mark Henry on ECW and have Christian lose again. Just so he gets his title rematch clause over and dusted with. Kane, Smackdown. Like I said, we probably need to turn Kane face. Turn him face and have the Brothers of Destruction, and that would then you could have Jericho versus the Brothers of Destruction, Edge and Christian versus the Brothers of Destruction, or whatever, and turn Christian heel. He'll need a new gimmick. I'll change that later. Sheamus to SmackDown. This is where I get, it worries me with Sheamus there as well, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Sheamus and John Morrison would be a good match. We can do that one. Maurice, SmackDown. Shad. So the other problem is Raw didn't get a tag team, did they? So SmackDown got a team, Raw didn't. Oh, we were going to do Ziggler and Swagger, that's right. So Raw does kind of get a team in the end. And Becky Lynch. And then Rob Van Dam will finally go home to ECW. He's got another 3 months, I think, until he comes back. R-Truth. Bubba Ray. Do I check that up? R-Truth on the right one? Yes, okay. I wasn't really paying attention. Devon. Mike Knox. Mike Knox is an interesting one. I think he could benefit. I think ECW needs a monster character. They don't have one now that Kane's gone. So he could get an opportunity maybe. Gabriel, obviously being a good in-ring competitor and a high flyer, probably suits more of the ECW style, I think. It could have some good matches against Daniel Bryan, low key, and whatever. And Matt Hardy, that'll be the interesting one, going to ECW as well. They're turning broken. And we've got Trish Stratus. So some free agents. Trish Stratus. What do we do with her, guys? What do we do with Trish? I don't know. Could you have her as a free agent and compete on both? Mark Henry's the monster. Yeah, I forgot about Mark Henry. Yeah, you're not wrong. But I was kind of talking about like a, 6'8" type of guy, not, completely huge, strongest man type guy. Trish, I feel like Trish should be on both brands in a way. She can do either. She's kind of like the John Cena of the women's division in current times, where you just have a go wherever she wants to do, wherever she wants to go. Right now, Beth Phoenix versus Trish could be a good matchup. Trish could challenge Katie Lee. We do have 2 heel champions, yeah. Have Trish help out Mickey. That would probably be the best move right now. Alright. Smackdown it is. I'd separate her from Victoria. True. And Raven to Raw. Raven to Raw. Jericho and Big Show, I don't know yet. I don't know what to do with them yet. Keep it on nothing yet. Maybe when they split, then we'll officially put them on a brand each. Split them up, have a feud, and then have them go their separate ways on a different brand, maybe. Okay, so that's the draft. Let's review. We've got Raw. So Del Rio, now part of the roster. We've got Batista's there as well. We'll look at our main eventers. So main eventers: Batista, Punk, Cena, The Miz. So 3 heels there. That's the problem, I guess. So quite heel heavy again, isn't it? Upper mid carders. So then you have Booker T. Wow, oh wow, we're really heel heavy. Jeez. Forget about Victoria. It says upper mid carder, but she should be women's division. So wow, we're really heel heavy, aren't we? We do have DX, who will realistically stay on Raw. They're not leaving Raw. They're Raw superstars who can go to SmackDown. So we still have them. We're really heel heavy in the upper mid carders as well. Kind of need to get Seth Rollins in that spot. Shit. Heel heavy, huh? Well, it'd be too much to turn both these guys. Turn Batista. I think we just did turn Batista though. Or did we? Maybe not. I do want to make Ziggler and Swagger a team. And that's kind of what we've gone wrong with. What was Swagger and Ziggler's tag team name? The Real All-American something? I don't know. What do you guys think? Finley to Raw? Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Finley to Raw. And we just really top heel heavy. They didn't have a name? I thought they had one for a little bit. They had no name? Okay. I didn't mind the team though. So we could have them just be just a team, you know. An alliance type of deal. The Real Americans with Swagger and Cesaro. Yeah, I know that. I didn't mean that. I thought they were like all American something. My bad. American Perfection. Yeah, it was something like that. Okay, anyways. How are we going to solve this mess? So the only change we did was sending R-Truth away. So that was really the only change we did, and we just got a couple more heels in return. So that was really all we did. So we didn't really do a lot. Just one babyface is kind of all we're missing. So I guess that's the challenge. We got to get one of these guys as a top babyface. And I guess the closest is Tyson Kidd, but he's more of a tag team guy. So Seth Rollins might get that mega push. Rollins might get that top push into the upper mid card. Have Truth team up with Kofi. I would, but I think we're going to turn Truth heel. I'll evaluate the roster. We might... Turning Truth heel might not be a good idea. I'm not sure yet. Can Masters be a face? I doubt it. I don't think... Yeah, no. I guess I'm just going to have to push Seth Rollins hard. We'll turn Big Dave. Alright, let's have a look at Big Dave. Well, it would be ideal if he did turn... But here's the thing, we've got DX, we've got Michaels and Triple H here. So this way we have 3 top faces, 3 top heels. So if we turn Dave, it unbalances it. So we don't really need him to turn. Alright, let's take a look at SmackDown. So SmackDown's done pretty well. They've got Christian, Edge, Morrison, Kane, Orton, Mysterio, Taker. That's pretty damn good. But Kane and Christian probably realistically in comparison would be upper mid-carders nearly. But we're going to turn Christian to a heel to join up with Edge. This is what I want. So I'd say Cocky will be his best. 85 or Weasel. Cocky or Weasel. So we'll take a look. Let's take a look at Weasel first. Probably none of them. They're more manager gimmicks. Cocky, an egomaniac could probably work well. Arrogant heel. Obnoxious. Mysterio vs Morrison. They're both baby faces, so not yet. What do you guys think? Probably just obnoxious would be fine. Nature Boy Jr. Alright, so we'll go obnoxious. You'd love to see Morrison in the main event picture. Well, Morrison's a main eventer at the moment. So yes, if Randy wins the belt, you could definitely do Morrison and Randy sometime. Because realistically, Morrison's got more popularity than Christian, Kane, nearly more than Ray, close to. So Morrison's quite ahead of some of these guys. And Edge dropped quite a bit after the loss at Mania. So I tell you what though, Edge and Christian versus DX, what a feud that will be. We could do that. That would be sick. So after Jericho, Edge and Christian versus DX, maybe for SummerSlam, man, that'd be awesome. Upper mid carders. So very heel heavy. God, we got so many freaking heels. Cody and Ted. Sheamus. Wow, if you have Sheamus there as well, he's practically a main eventer. He could probably nearly be a main eventer. SmackDown is really strong right now. I feel like Raw needs to keep someone. Probably keep Sheamus. I don't know. Shit. I think SmackDown's a bit too strong. Since they poached 2 top guys from ECW, they poached a top guy from Raw. Yeah. Had Ted and Cody turn on Randy. Nah, I don't think so yet. Can McIntyre be a face? Because I feel like we might need him to turn. Shad's a tag guy. We might need Drew to turn face and get more of he'll get more of an opportunity if he can do it. Sheamus a good face. 50. Realistically, though, Sheamus is a pretty good babyface. He should be equal face and heel. He can do either pretty decent. He's a better heel, I would say, but he's a good face. You know, he had a good face run. Definitely turn McIntyre. I think we have no choice. If we're going to go with this, we need McIntyre to turn. We need more faces. We're running, I don't know, with so many heels. It's ridiculous. Am I going to book a show tonight? Yeah, we've got time. We're going to be streaming for 2 hours, so I've got 45 more minutes, so we'll definitely get a show done. Probably the first Raw. So if we're going to turn McIntyre, what can he do? He is really bad at everything to do with babyface. Oh my god. Really bad. Alright, I think McIntyre needs a bit of an edit. He's not the best. He's a better heel, but he can be a face. What would you say would be his best? I mean, Wholesome could be okay. He's almost not a bad brute. He's a pretty big dude, actually. That would increase. Legit? You think legit might be the one? Alright. So we'll go legit. Alright, so babyface, legit. What can we get from him? British Bulldog, nearly. He's not quite British. Legit athlete. Next big thing. Kind of suits him. Porn star. Alright, yeah. Drew the porn star McIntyre. I guess next big thing would be the closest out of all those. Next big thing is kind of like the chosen one, right? Yeah, it is. It basically is. He's not British. Yeah, I know. That's why I said it wouldn't work. It's basically, yeah, it's basically the chosen one, but as a babyface. Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, you're definitely right. So that will sort that out. So we've got an upper mid carder as a face there. So I think we've got 3 heels and 2 baby faces, or at least a baby face. Yeah, so at least a baby face there. That will sort that out. I still feel as though Sheamus should probably go back to Raw. I don't know. I feel like SmackDown doesn't need him now. Yeah, I feel like, but I guess Raw has Ziggler and Swagger still, so they've got some names there. Chavo, Hawkins, yeah, that's all good. So a couple tag teams down there in the mid card. Lower, another team of Kendrick, London, Cesaro, Hero, Jimmy Wang Yang. Survived, he gets to stay. And then some of the job guys. Raw doesn't need another heel. I know, I think Sheamus might need to turn face and go back to Raw. I don't know. I don't know. Let's take a look at ECW. I'm just reading the chat, sorry. So our only technical main eventer is RVD, but let's take a look. So Kofi's not an upper mic, he's a main eventer for ECW. So we'll switch that. Mark Henry as well. Matt Hardy upper mid. So R-Truth. Here's the question: do we turn Truth? So our upper mid carders, yeah, okay, the Dudleys, they're good enough. Okay, good enough. So Matt Hardy, do you turn him heel or keep him as a face broken? We keep him face and we turn Truth heel. That might work better. So Truth's got Henry and MVP to compete with, Shelton Benjamin as well. Whereas, well, Hardy, I guess the Dudleys are there as well. Keep Matt face, okay. So Matt Hardy, RVD, Kofi, Truth. So there's your top 4. Heel Truth, Matt face Hardy. Keep Truth a face to team up with Kofi. Well, that would be good, wouldn't it? That would be a good idea. But Kofi's going to be a singles. Kofi's going to be the ECW champion soon. We really need faces right now. Alright, can we keep Truth? Can we keep him going well as a face, though? I feel like a freshen up would be good. But you're right, we do need a face. So we got 2 main event faces of Van Dam, Kofi, and Mark Henry as the top heel. What about a mid card? What have we got going on here? So Carlito is nearly an upper mid carder, basically. So you got a decent heel there. Goldust and Hurricane is some decent mid card faces. Same with Tommy Dreamer. Danny Bryan's on the rise as well. Low Key's on the rise. Homicide. So I don't know. It's tough. I kind of want to turn Truth because I think he'll do better, but we just need to make R-Truth great again. I agree. I'm really disappointed we let him down. I think a good Truth turn will help him as well. It might just give him a kickstart. So I might turn him. It gives you the Dudleys, Hardy. Yeah, I'm going to do it. We do have the Hurricane and Goldust as some good mid-card faces as well. So Truth can turn, because realistically Truth might just be a mid-carder. Oh no, still upper mid-carder, they say. So Truth can turn. What will his gimmick be? Probably like a... He's done like the gangster thing before, maybe. I don't know. A bit generic, isn't it? So he does good crazy. So yeah, probably crazy. We could give him the little Jimmy thing where he hears voices in his head. Loose cannon. That might be not bad. R-Truth is a bit of a loose cannon sometimes, isn't he? Loose cannon might be the best option. There's nothing else really. So I'm going to have to go loose cannon, I think. So crazy R-Truth. Loose cannon. That pretty much covers everything with him hearing voices in his head or little Jimmy seeing other people, all that crap. And he uses that aggression to beat his opponents up. Might be pretty good. So Truth can go a bit insane. And then that could be Matt Hardy, who's also insane, versus R-Truth, who's insane. So that could be interesting. So yeah, we'll go with that. Daniel Bryan needs that mega face push. Well, yes, he does. He does. He's slowly rising up. We are getting him there. We are doing well. Did I get Lashley? Not yet. Trying to. I've offered him a deal. And that's the draft done. So we've done that. We've checked the rosters. The only thing I'm worried about is Raw with their heels that they've got and the upper mid card mainly. So you've just got Booker as the lone face. Joey Mercury is not an upper mid carder though. He's a lower mid carder. He's an opener, so we could get rid of him, put him down. Yeah. I made him an upper mid carder, so when I used him so much, he wouldn't get penalized. So you got Swagger, Ziggler, and Booker. So I guess when you think about it, it's not so bad. It's really only Swagger, Ziggler, and Booker, the only real singles guys there. And there's 2 heels, 1 face. So it's not all that bad in the end. So we can just ignore it. You add in another face. Yeah. If we get Seth Rollins there, fantastic. $90 risk for the character. I don't know if that's better for the network or whatever. Well, our network is allows very high risk because I made sure that ECW has high risk, so that's okay. Swagger and Ziggler could turn if they really need to. Yes, down the line, yeah. Put Lashley on Raw if you get him. Yes, I probably will put Lashley on Raw and make him a babyface, and that will plug that gap perfectly. But can we get him, though? That's the question. Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Just want to make sure Ivory, I want to put her on Smackdown. Katie Lee, manager being Ivory. Let's hope that's good. It doesn't have bad chemistry, because that will ruin everything otherwise. And Molly Holly, she's on SmackDown. Okay, all good. Just want to make sure I had that covered. Dawn Marie, oh yes, so she needs to go to ECW with SmackDown with Kane. That will make things difficult though, because we need a set amount of women on ECW, otherwise we get in trouble. Well, if Kane's going to join up with The Undertaker, he does not need Dawn Marie. So maybe we say Kane goes his separate ways with Dawn Marie. They did pretty well together, though. Not going to lie. That was not a bad little thing we had going there. So, Dawn Marie, who can she side up with now? Well, she's got to go with a top heel. She's got to look at a heel and try and leech off them again. So, you got Mike Knox. Will probably be a bad shout. Might be the only choice is Mike Knox. No one else would really fit, in my opinion. So we'll go with Mike Knox. Our next pay-per-view is Extreme Rules. Then we have Over the Limit. Fatal 4-Way. Oh, I don't like Fatal 4-Way at all. What should we replace Fatal 4-Way with? Great American Bash. Backlash. King of the Ring. I wouldn't mind doing King of the Ring, honestly. I love King of the Ring. King of the Ring with the number 1 contender gets a shot at SummerSlam. Lost in Space. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. The Bash, Judgment Day. Alright, let's pick a couple out and you guys can decide. So, Backlash or No Mercy. Okay, so No Mercy, Backlash. Unforgiven. Not bad. Alright. Backlash or No Mercy? You guys decide. What do you guys want? Backlash or No Mercy? There's better pictures for No Mercy. That's the only benefit. King of the Ring would be fun. I need to try and somehow squeeze in a King of the Ring. Maybe King of the Ring gets the number 1 contender a title shot at Survivor Series. Because we still have bragging rights. Looks like No Mercy's going to win. There's a lot of... Alright, I'm going to go No Mercy. Which picture will I go with? I don't mind that one. Fatal 4-way, though, is a terrible concept. So no Mercy's in. Replace TLC with Starrcade? No. I might replace Hell in a Cell, though, and I might even replace TLC. I don't know, but when we get to it, I'll think about it. So Extreme Rules is next. I always like Extreme Rules after WrestleMania or Payback, either or. Place TLC with Armageddon. Yes, I like Armageddon a lot. I'm anti-WCW, not even Starrcade can get love. Well, Starrcade is one of the biggest the biggest WCW event of the year. Are we just going to bring back Starrcade and treat it as just a regular pay-per-view? No, so you don't do that. Keep it special. Am I going to do a War Games match? Unlikely. If it warrants it, sure. Okay, so Raw. Well, the other thing is, we still have to establish all the new feuds, so... I guess I'll take a look here. This will be easy for me to see. So... we could go the Hart Dynasty versus Ziggler and Swagger as the feud off the bat. To give us a tag feud for Raw. David Hart, Jack, and Dolph. Okay, and our US title feud. We're going to do Booker and The Miz just because what else do we really do? Have we got that set? Yes, we do. And our women's feud, well, who have we got? We got Victoria's coming in. So Beth Phoenix is the champion. I guess we can continue Gail Kim, and, Melina and Beth Phoenix. And we have that one, do we? I thought I had that. Oh, here it is, yep. So we keep that one going. So that's pretty much Raw covered anyways. I mean, unless you want to have Batista feud with somebody. Who can Batista feud with? No one's really available, is there? No, no one's really available for Big Dave. Well, you could almost have Dave, you know, have a month or so off just to rest up. He's coming off a bit of a loss, so... or maybe just Batista just stomps through a few guys. Because everyone else is kind of tied up right now, unfortunately. Unless you want to have Batista, you could have him feud with a mid-card guy and maybe try and elevate them a little bit. You could go with Seth Rollins. Rollins will lose, but it'll elevate Rollins. Might not be a bad idea to have our top guys work with some of the young ones. Again, we haven't got a lot of faces here. We've got Santino, yeah. Oh no, David Hart Smith and Tyson Kidd a face, yeah. Alright, we'll go Batista and Rollins, which could be a big feud one day on this playthrough. But for now, it's a lower end feud, but something for Batista to do and something that could elevate Rollins to get there. You could see Batista taking Monfort. Yeah, you could. You could, absolutely. Problem is, who's going to feud with Punk after Cena? I guess probably either Triple H or Shawn Michaels. Really, you could always put them in and put the tag thing on hold or whatever. So we might have a new champion celebration. So CM Punk. CM Punk's holding his first appearance since winning the title, has a big celebration. He is interrupted by Cena, who isn't enjoying the occasion. He tries to stop the celebration, but gets blindsided by the champion instead. I'll go with that one. A face Jericho versus CM Punk. True, that'd be magic, wouldn't it? We might have Del Rio debut, so have him have a match, and he can beat Prince Devitt. And just to be safe, I'll set Del Rio as a mid-carder, because I'm going to use him a bit. I'm going to push him. So I'll set him as a mid-carder so we don't get in trouble for overusing him. And have Del Rio hype himself up. Who could conduct the interview? Who we got? Josh Matthews. Haven't used him in a while, I don't think. I guess Layla can make her first match, and she can take on Nikki. Layla gets the victory. Rollins get a surprise win. That would really hurt Batista a lot. Too much. It's not worth it. I love Rollins, but that's a lot. So we might have Chris Jericho and the Big Show. They're going to be here, and they're going to cut a promo on DX after they took their titles from them. And we might have Booker T get a victory, and he can get a win over Chris Masters. Put the Miz on commentary. Actually, I won't do that, because that will probably bring the feud down, but I might have Booker T challenge the Miz to a title match. And then we might have a singles match. Since these guys are feuding, we might have Shawn Michaels take on the Big Show. With Michaels winning by DQ after Jericho interferes and attacks Shawn Michaels. And we might have a 2-on-2 brawl to close out the show. Do we have a post-match? Well, do we have a brawl or anything? I thought we had something like this we wanted. You don't like the Bellas? Well, I don't mind them. I need to get them. I need to get their popularity up badly. I need them. Sudden brawl. So let's go Chris Jericho, The Big Show, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. So another brawl to close it out. What's up, ET? Have CM Punk of a rematch, but it gets interrupted by Raven. The show ends with a... That's probably what we're going to do in Extreme Rules, and then we'll do another rematch afterwards. And that will give us an excuse to do another match. So, let's pretty much cover that. We've got everything sorted. Can't believe you're burying the Bellas. I'm not burying the Bellas. I just said 2 minutes ago I'm going to push the Bellas. Listen up. Punk Cena, good start. 100, that's what you want. Still Cena has that smug look on his face in that picture, doesn't he? So Del Rio needs to change gimmick. Oh, yes. Very good. That's exactly what we want. So High Society worked very, very well for Del Rio. 45 for Del Rio, 48 for Prince Devitt. 52 overall. Del Rio promo 58. He has invented a new catchphrase that will boost his ability on the mic. Very good. Very, very good. Layla and Nikki. So we gave Layla the victory. Layla 58, Nikki 50. Will I have DX feud when they break up? Don't know. Big Show and Jericho, good promo. Booker and Masters didn't have any chemistry. Not a good match. 63. 73 for Booker afterwards with a promo. Oh my goodness. Where did this come from? Just look at it. Just look at it, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at it. It makes me nearly want to cry inside. I feel like I'm dead inside a little bit. I don't know how to feel. Where the fuck was this for WrestleMania? Oh my god. 100 for the Big Show and Shawn frickin' Michaels. And there's your 100 match. There's your fucking 100. Big match show, yes. Big match show. Michaels 99, Big Show 91. They have great chemistry. And it gets 100. It gets 100 with a DQ finish. How the fuck does that happen? Oh my god. Match of the year, probably. No heat. No, it does have heat because we're continuing the storyline from WrestleMania. So it had about 90 plus heat on it. And then the 91 afterwards, we didn't even need that. Well, we only got 91 overall. You would think that the 100 rated match would boost it up big time. So, yeah, I guess we didn't have another good match on the card. Our next best match was 63. If we had another 85 rated match on the card, we would have had a really good show. One match carried it, but... The 91 count as the main event. Not really. More so the matches rather than the angles. Jamie Noble has left, so he had a period in New Japan. Did it get him any popularity? Do him any good? Did he win a match? No, he hasn't won a match. Jamie Noble has not won a match ever since we started this playthrough. You poor thing. Justice for Jamie. Let's give Jamie a win. Maybe. I tell you who did benefit from Japan was Sheamus, I believe. So Sheamus in Japan was 40 popularity. He bumped to 62. So that could be valuable if we ever tour Japan later on. Lashley. TNA are going to fight for him. No surprise. 25k. Can Vince let us go any higher? $217. Thank you very much for the bits, Austin Wedgie. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, man. Can we go? I think we go 70. Or was it 170? Alright, so... I'm going to give him a massive contract. I really want Lashley. I'm a big fan of Lashley. Vince will not let us budge on anything, though. Do I take house shows out for him? He doesn't really need to. Let's just hope that's good enough for him. It's a big contract. He's 70 pop. Would be perfect for Raw right now. We really need him. You think make it never lower than main eventer? I don't know if he's ever going to get that. Like, is he good enough to get that? We'll take house shows out. If we go never lower than main eventer, he's still not. He's still considering TNA. Take it house shows and B shows. Alright. Still considering TNA. I want Lashley to join bad too, man. Alright. I don't know, never lower the main event. That means we have to just continuously push him for a long time. Let's hope he's good. Let's hope he's good. He's got good brawl. His wrestling's okay. Probably not going to be that great, to be honest, but I just want him. Star quality, 80 menace, so yeah, he could be okay. Oh, can he play a baby face? He's a better face than heel, but he's not a bad heel. Alright. So we'll play a couple more shows, hopefully. Hiring Vito and Creative Control. I don't think we can do that. Up the bonus, I can't. Cena will carry him? Yeah, he will. Let's keep going. So ECW this week will be interesting. We've got a new champ in Mark Henry. We're gonna have the title on the line, so if Christian come back for one more match. So might have an authority. Paul Heyman books a match. Books a title match. Can we do that? Books championship match. If we go with this one and just change it, make it a title match. Authority books a title match between worker 1 and 2. So authority can be there. He's booked an entertainment. These two over this. Alright. It's not going to be all correct in terms of what you see on your screen, but I don't care. I can't be bothered changing it all. So Mark Henry, Christian. Christian books a title match? No, it's Heyman. Oh, announcer. So that's all messed up wrong, but it accomplishes what I wanted to do. I just didn't change the name because I'm lazy. It's boring. So I might have Goldust and the Hurricane team up for the first time. Form that team. And you see, we've got a few teams here on ECW, more than we have on the other brands. We don't even have a tag division going here yet. And we might have them take on the Colognes. It's going to be a decent match here, so we'll give the Hurricane the victory. But let's... we can do something with the Dudleys. No. We need to form some new storylines, to be honest. So, the Dudleys, they're a babyface team. What heel teams are available? World's Greatest Tag Teams available. Could be a good feud. So, we might do that. Dudleys versus World's Greatest Tag Team. Charlie Haas, Shelton, Baba, and Devon. Is it just Devon? Devon Dudley, yeah. That would be a good match between those two, and that's an easy way to introduce the Dudleys again. So we could have a challenge accepted or something. So, the World's Greatest Tag Team comes out and starts bragging how there's no competition. They want some competition, and the Dudleys appear and they accept the challenge. So, Devon, Charlie Haas, Shelton accepts the challenge, starts that off. We've got a pretty decent roster now on ECW. I'm pretty happy with this. So we might have R-Truth. He can have a match and get him a victory, and he can take on Mike Knox. So we're taking over a Raw match, put it here on ECW. Which, they haven't had a singles match yet, surprisingly. Make more hardcore champion skits. We will. This week, though, we're just establishing a lot of new characters, so it's hard to find the time. So we might have like a... can you do like a backstage brawl for the hardcore title? Since you want a hardcore title match. Backstage. You got parking lot brawl. Can you do that? Parking lot brawl for the hardcore title. Tommy Dreamer gets jumped by Steve Corino. Can jump him for the hardcore title. Dreamer keeps the belt. Who else? Matt Hardy. Let's have a promo by Matt Hardy so he can hype himself up here. Matt Hardy. And we might begin the process of Matt Hardy becoming broken. And we'll do that by Matt Hardy losing to MVP. You could even make this into a feud, couldn't you? Matt Hardy loses to MVP. It kind of goes a bit... And can we go like, is there an angle where he goes like crazy or something? Shaves his head, that'd be interesting. Have Homicide take Dreamer instead of giving the belt? Not yet. We'll get to that. Homicide will take the belt, but I want Dreamer to have a few defenses first. Officials restrain participant 1. So Matt Hardy. So Matt Hardy tries to attack MVP, trying to go crazy, and then gets restrained. So I guess with that, we might as well have Hardy versus MVP. I think MVP's involved in the other feud. Yeah, hang on. I'll just put someone there for now. Molly Holly. We'll get rid of MVP from here. And we'll add in MVP. So we can start that. And Matt Hardy can, I suppose, go a bit crazy. We're running out of time for our main event though. I might have to cut something. Christian. We might have to do this. Christian versus Mark Henry. Mark Henry winning here. Beats Christian. Retains the title. Christian leaves the brand. Cut that match a little bit. Cut this match a bit. Okay, so we can go with that. Christian Sugar and ECW farewell. Okay, you could do something like that. Post-match. Farewell. Farewell in a... The crowd applauds a leaving worker. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, so that's not a bad idea. We'll put that in. And Christian is farewelled. Goodbye, Christian. Alrighty. So 96 for the opener, with Heyman announcing a title match. Christian won't be turning yet. Gold Justice and the Cologne, 74, not too bad. Not good or bad chemistry for Goldie and Hurricane, but that's okay. Goldust 65, Hurricane 67, not bad. 66 for the Dudleys returning. Bubba Ray, his gimmick was below average, but Devon's was very good, so who knows, go figure. Truth and Mike Knox, 72. Mike Knox and Don Marie is a good pairing. That's fantastic. Very good. Truth, need a few more segments before we turn him. Dreamer defending the belt against Carino, 62. Matt Hardy promo, 68. 81 between Hardy and MVP. That's pretty good. That's interesting. And then afterwards, 76 when Hardy goes ballistic, and we'll change him now to this new gimmick, above average. Okay, that's good. An 87 for the main event. That is our best ever ECW match. 87. We've never had a match better than that, I believe. Fantastic. 81 by 80 by Christian, 81 by Henry, and 79 for the Christian farewell. 86 overall. That may be our best ever ECW show. Hey, ECW, they're an A show now. They're starting to perform like it. That's very good. And they got a 20 rating. Well, their last rating was 0.8. This week they got 20. Go freaking figure. Jesus. A great last match for Christian. Yes. A great way to end it. Mike Bennett. Contract ending. Well, if he'll stay in developmental, I'll keep him there for another year. No, he doesn't want to go to developmental. Well, I'm sorry, Mike, but you're nowhere near ready to the main roster, so enjoy the indies. So there you go. That was need to sort out Bubba Ray. He's got issues. But yeah, so that's a good way to end out ECW. Just take a look at Mark Henry. Up to 82 now with that victory. The Christian bump down he may have. No, he's about 80 still, so that's good. That's good. Who else did good? Matt Hardy, gimmick change. Up to 72. I think was he 71 before? Possibly. No real change. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so that's good. That's good news, regardless. So ECW's doing well. Doing well. Could have signed to the main roster and moved him back down. I don't need him, man. He's not good. He sucks. What are you going to do with Bret Hart and Roddy Piper? I signed him to be a part of WrestleMania, so I can have them be in another segment if I want to. Another Legend segment or something. But other than that, got nothing for him, really. Sign the best wrestler in the world, Kenny Omega. What about that? Not yet. FCW. I changed the name to Rampage just because that was a picture that was available for it, so I just went with that. Because it was FCW Weekly. I thought that was a bit shitty, so I changed it. Wade Barrett beat Atunga to keep the title. Asuka beat Tamina to keep the title. Okay, not bad. Piper's Pit with Cena and Punk. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Alright, so we might book Smackdown and that will do us for the stream. Since we've done 2 hours. We'll just get Smackdown done. Will we be creating NXT? Eventually, yes. Joey Mercury's contract is up. Wow, we want to keep him. Since we're pushing him. Surely TNA don't throw an offer at him. He's only got 42 popularity. Surely they're not interested. Surely. Harry Smith is coming to stay. That's good. I don't think TNA offered him a deal. And you guys have asked for it. We're going to do it. We're going to sign Kevin Steen to a contract. I'll make him a heel. Sam as a main eventer. Down. Actually, he doesn't want to go developmental yet, so can't do that yet. But let's set Kevin Steen's gimmick badass. I don't know about that. Let's have a look. His best is cocky. It's not really good though. Doesn't really do either very well, apparently. A nasty antisocial punk. That might not be a bad idea. Arrogant heel. Yeah, that'll do. That suits. And I'll change his name to Kevin Owens. Kevin Steen. Don't have it. Oh, here's some more here. We'll give him that one. Pair him with Rollins. Not yet. And we got Smackdown, so we'll get this show done. What's Angelina done? She's done a bad rib? Nah, it's alright. But I might just meddle in between Kofi. Oh, I can't. I was going to say Kofi and Randy Orton because they got issues, but I can't. Okay, Smackdown. So I might have Taker get beat up by Legacy or something. Taker gets beaten up by Legacy. An ambush. Ambush. Worker calls out an enemy. As soon as they come out, they get jumped by two. Yeah, that's perfect. So Randy calls out the Undertaker, and Cody and Ted beat him up. Just the Smackdown feuds. Might switch this one out, put Cody in. I'll keep the same storyline because it's got really good heat, so I'll cheat around on that a little bit. I don't just put Rhodes versus Morrison because he won the Battle Royal, so he's number one contender. And we'll figure out the rest later. We got a lot of guys now on SmackDown though. Oh, you could nearly have Kane come out and save Taker. Maybe later. We need to start. I don't know, unless we want Kane to do a surprise turn. Save from a 3-on-1 attack. So Kane can save the Undertaker, but Randy, Cody, and Ted DiBiase's attack, and we'll do a turn. Give Angelina Love a match, and she can have a match against Mickie James. Actually, we'll save that. A match against Maria. Angelina Love wins thanks to her manager Ivory interfering and giving her the win. Then we'll have Mickie James cut a promo on Katie Lee. We'll have Christian make his debut And he can take on Drew McIntyre. Let's hope they have a decent match. Give Christian the victory. Not turning Christian yet. It's going to take a while because if we're going to do a surprise turn for Kane, then we need to do a real turn for Christian, setting him up a little bit further. So, John Morrison can cut a promo on Cody Rhodes. When will Trish debut? Trish debut? Probably when there's another 3-on-1 beatdown of Mickey or something, and getting some cavalry. Can Jimmy Wang Yang get a win? Who's he going to beat? That's the question. Let's debut Molly Holly. Actually, that would be better. Molly Holly can lose to Angelina instead. Debut Molly Holly. That way we don't sacrifice Maria, who doesn't have great popularity as it is, but I'll have a tag match. Let's have Eric and Chavo take on JTG and Shad. It's a new team and crime time to the brand. Will I be doing brand exclusive pay-per-views? I just did some. I did Bad Blood and Elimination Chamber. Will I be doing more? Probably. Not all the time, but occasionally. Let's give Cesaro and Chris Hero a promo. We need to have a good main event. Since Raw had a great main event, ECW had a great main event, Smackdown needs a good main event. So we might have Edge involved. You can nearly do Edge and Morrison again. Edge wants a rematch. Might go with that. Worked for WrestleMania, let's do it again. And I'll just add in Edge back into this. I'll have it be a long match. Morrison can win. And that's due to interference. Cody Rhodes can interfere, I guess. Or do we have anything else? Cody was going for John. He hit Edge instead and actually helped John Morrison instead of hurting him. If I keep Edge strong, it won't hurt him. I put botched, yeah, so he hits Edge instead of John Morrison. I might keep Edge strong, which means we won't get as epic of a match as we did at Mania, but we'll keep Edge strong. Where is it? Keep strong, where is it? We've got too much wrestling time, we need more promo time. So cut him a couple minutes of this. And that will be enough. So we'll just have Morrison cut a promo on Edge instead, hyping up their rematch, and then Cody Rhodes gets himself involved, trying to take advantage of his now #1 contendership that he has. So Morrison wins, keeps the belt. Alrighty. Are Edge and Christian going to go for the tag titles? They will be, yes, down the line. So if we turn Kane, too many recent turns have been shocks. We haven't had a recent one in ages. The turn went badly. Oh, fuck off. We haven't had a shock turn in like 4 or 5 months. 99 anyways. Angelina and Molly. Angelina 70. Wow. Ivory's gimmick was terrible though. Not sure why, but okay. Molly average, that's fine. Great chemistry, so that's a feud you could think about in the future. Mickie James 79. Christian and Drew 79. Morrison 88. 70 for the tag match. 62 for Cesaro and Hero. And just 79 for Edge and Morrison. I guess we did too much bullshit in between. 93 by Edge, 89 by Morrison. Man, Morrison's getting good. But I guess the interference and the keeping strong really took it down a notch. Molly Holly 33. Molly Holly has 25 popularity, so she got 33, which means her in-ring skills are pretty good. And if she had, for example, 50 popularity, she's probably capable of producing 60. So disappointing in the end. Just a weak main event at the end of it, which is disappointing. Big E's contract is expiring. I want to make sure I hang on to him. Joey Mercury, we've already covered that one. I thought I already offered him a new deal. Oh, we got cheerleader Melissa. Yeah, TNA didn't even offer a deal, did they? Didn't even bother. So, she won't go to developmental. I wouldn't mind her doing that, though. She's a better heel, so we'll keep her heel. Cody ruined it? Yeah, a little bit. Needed more Big Show, apparently. Who's going to take the belt off Morrison? I don't know. Oh, you'd think maybe a Cody or something, because Morrison's nearly like an absolute main event star, like 84, 85 now. Tell you what, he's going very well. Edge didn't drop anything despite the loss, which is good. Cody's bumped up a bit, hasn't he? Up to 75-ish. How did Kane go? Kane didn't quite get the big turn that he would have hoped for, but his gimmick is still good, so he's got a good gimmick rating, just a bad turn. So that's okay. It doesn't really matter in the end. It just, any popularity swing that he would have got from that big save is gone. That's all. Which wouldn't have been a lot, but maybe something. Molly Holly had a match. So she's gone from 25 to 35 just with the one match. So I think 40 is about minimum what she can do. Angelina, she might have bumped a little bit up too. Anyone else? Christian staying the same. Drew 66 staying the same. So not much else. But yes, that's good. Not bad overall. Kenta Kobashi. Oh boy. He's just a paper appearance. We could have signed him anytime. Look at them stats. 90s. Very good. Very, very good. Problem is though, he's 43. He's got bad popularity in the US. It'd take us too long to get him anywhere. It's not really worth it. Ishii joins Noah. It's interesting. Maybe have Cody take it off him at the next pay-per-view. I'm not sure about the next pay-per-view, but it's eventually, yeah. Sabu, we'll try and hang on to him. How long have we signed Sabu for? What, a year? 6 months? Would have been 6 months. He's done okay. Hasn't been brilliant, but he's done good enough. He's 46, that's why. He can't be too hard on the guy. Paul Burchill wants a better push. Alright, Paul. What do you want? Do you deserve a better push? He's a lower mid-card. I'm guessing you want to be mid-card. What, you work one segment with Hulk Hogan, now you think you're a star? Give me a break. Sure. We'll give him a push-up. I think Sheamus needs to take the belt off John Morrison. You're probably right. He might be the better choice. So we're keeping Big E. Still no news about Lashley yet. I think it's not looking good. It's not looking good because he's signed with TNA. Ah, for fuck's sake. Well, we tried. I'm sorry. Tried. Hulk Hogan's contract's ending. I don't know. Should we keep Hogan around? I don't know. Look at Kenta. He's out injured. He's out for 2 more months. He's got very, very good stats. Very, very good. I can sign him if I want to, but he's out injured. I'll sign him maybe when he comes back. Just call up Big E to replace him? Yeah, not quite, but okay. Well, there goes a plan, an opportunity there. We thought maybe Lashley could come in and fill that gap, but unfortunately not to be the case. But unfortunately, it's not going to be, and TNA gets to keep him. So Big E's the next best thing after Lashley. Try and get Rhino. I would like to get Rhino, yeah. I could get Rhino now. He's on a pay-per-appearance deal, but think about it later. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I'm pretty much done here. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. The draft, I think, was pretty successful. I'm looking forward to trying out our new rosters in the next couple of months of shows. Next stream, I'm not sure when that will be. There'll definitely be some next weekend. There might be 1 or 2 in between, so keep an eye out for that. But more TNA episodes will be coming out this week as well, so keep an eye for that. And thank you so much for coming out, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you for the donations, whoever donated. Austin Wedgie, thank you so much. And everyone else, thank you so much for coming along. Subscribe to see more. See you next time.